Hey everyone, One Big Boss here. As you can tell by the title of the video that you clicked on, we're talking Resident Evil, but more specifically, we're talking about Resident Evil Remake, and does it need a remake? Yeah, I know, remake the remake. That was the thing that was going on for quite a while. It started off as a joke, but I think more and more people kind of got into it and actually wanted it to be a thing. And then I started seeing people on YouTube videos, my videos, even saying, yeah, oh, if anything deserves a remake, it's definitely the original Resident Evil remake. Really? Did you guys even play this game? I mean, have you played this? This is what we call masterpiece gaming right here. Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube, any other version that you play it on, well, maybe not the Wii, because that version's kind of terrible, but it is an amazing game from start to finish. This is what you do with a remake, right? And so far from what I've seen in Resident Evil 4 Remake, that's doing a good job too. But people really want this game to be remade, and I don't know why. This doesn't need a remake. Again, this is the remake. And remaking a remake just seems weird. I mean, I know movies have done it, but movies are a little bit different than video games. And to be honest, when you really look at what Resident Evil Remake accomplished back on the GameCube and even the subsequent versions of it that came out on other channels, it worked fine. I mean, it's a game that still controls well, still looks amazing, and quite honestly is better than a lot of games that come out in this day and age when you really look at it. A lot of games, there's a lot of problems, but this game came out and it was absolutely incredible. And you can't deny that. Resident Evil Remake is one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life, and it's absolutely fun as hell. The replay value is through the roof, and it doesn't need a remake. It really doesn't. Now, I know that there were people working on like a fan game of Resident Evil Remake with the over-the-shoulder view that we've come very accustomed to with Resident Evil 4 and 5 and 6 and the remakes and such, and I get that. And to be honest, it looked pretty good. If you actually want to see the full video of it, go over to the Resident Evil on YouTube. I'll have a link down below in the comments. And yeah, it is kind of awesome to see it like that. But does it really need it at the end of the day? No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't need it at the end of the day, because I feel with what they accomplished with this, they did amazing work. There's other games in the Resident Evil universe that they do need to focus on and do a remake of. I did a video of that last year, and to be honest, I still stand by that it needs to be, like Code Veronica and Resident Evil Outbreak and Outbreak File 2, like remakes of those, or new entry of Outbreak would be absolutely amazing. But again, Resident Evil Remake was a game that I know not a lot of people played, because you got to remember, when Resident Evil was popular in its heyday, I mean, it's been popular all around, but Resident Evil 2 was the game that got everybody into the franchise for the most part. And then obviously years go by, Resident Evil Remake comes out, not a lot of people played that or zero, because it was, strictly locked to the Nintendo GameCube. So, people aren't really gonna be like, oh, well, it's the GameCube and I don't really want that. But again, the greatest games on the Nintendo GameCube, it's definitely in my top 5. This is an absolute gem of a game to have on there. But people didn't buy it, so they didn't really get a taste of it until the HD remaster came out on the PlayStation 3 and 4 and Xbox 360 and 1 and PC. That's when a lot of people got into it, and people were going back and saying, oh, well, I don't really want to play this, because that was the thing for years. A lot of people who joined the franchise at the original Resident Evil 4 wouldn't go back and play the older games because of the graphics and because of the controls. Well, with the HD remaster, you can actually use analog option. Yeah, that was something that was actually was implicated in Resident Evil 2 on the N64, and it works out pretty well. So a lot of new people who were all big naysayers of any game before Resident Evil 4 fell in love with the remake. Now again, I understand why people want to see the remake. There could be ways that you could even improve the game over the original, but I kind of feel, honestly, at the end of the day, if I have to really give an honest opinion, which is what I always do here on the channel, you really gotta give this game credit for what it is and the fact that it doesn't need a remake. Everything in this game is flawless and beautiful and absolutely amazing, and it deserves the title of remake that it got, and it's available on all platforms still, so it's still relevant. You can play it anywhere. You don't need a remake of it. Again, I see why some people might want a remake, but at the end of the day, it would just be a waste of time and resources when there's other Resident Evil games like Resident Evil 0. We definitely know that needs a remake. That thing needs to be scrubbed. Okay, look, I love a lot of things about Resident Evil 0, but I'm not going to sit here and say that game needs a complete retooling and a different story, because, yeah, really deep dive into that game, and then you'll understand why. Code Veronica, great game, A lot of flaws to it, though. Love Code Veronica. But in my video that I made on this channel about a year ago, it's just something that you really have to look at and be like, yeah, this does need a remake more than anything else. And Outbreak File 1 and 2, those are games that are made for internet play. And what is gaming now? It's all online for the most part. So, again, another Resident Evil game that deserves a remake or a third entry. But either way, this game right here is a game that I stand by. It doesn't need a remake. It really doesn't. Because it's perfect as is. It's accessible everywhere. And it's a game that you need to go out and play right now if you think this needs a remake and you haven't played it yet. Or just really go back and enjoy what it is and realize, hey, you're pretty cool. I really don't need a remake of you. You're good as is, you know? Thank you. Thank you for all the love and years of attention. Yeah, I appreciate you. But that's really how it is for that. But you've heard my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you want a remake? Do you think it needs one? Do you think Capcom just needs to stop with all the remakes? That might be a video for another time. Either way, let me know down in the comments below. So, with that being said, please thumbs up and subscribe because it's free. And this day and age, free's a damn good thing. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm One Big Boss, and I will see you all next time. Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you could give this video a thumbs up and a share, helps the channel out big time. Give me a follow on Twitter and Discord where I'm most active. Links down below in the description. Also, I stream on Twitch, so if you'd like to see me play a bunch of new to retro games, well, click down below, give it a follow. Greatly appreciate it. Till next time, guys, be safe and have a good one.